What up, bros, and welcome to the Albros podcast. I am sorry.
Wait, what?
I'm starting off this episode with an apology because I am really sorry that I missed last week's episode, but I just want to point out Jason and Caleb, you guys did an amazing job, and yeah, loved last week's episode, and I'm Jonathan, and I'm really sorry.
I'm Caleb, and I'm not.
You have nothing to be sorry for.
I know, that's why I said I'm not.
Oh, okay, good. I mean, I could think of a couple things you could be sorry for.
You know what? Fight me, man.
Let's go. Come on. All right, so on this week's episode... Oh, shit. I'm like skipping over everything here. We are a couple of... I'm sorry. We are a couple of aspiring filmmakers that love to watch and critique movies, but also enjoy a lot of bit of the nerd life. This week on the podcast, we'll be talking about some adventures in hunting. I am using my hands a lot this episode. Are you picking up on this?
I am very much picking up on this. But you didn't need to point it out. No one else would have known.
Well, I wanted to, okay? I wanted to. So, this week, with Adventures in Hunting, we got nothing for Pops. There's a couple coming out, but it's nothing that really interests us, and that's what we like to talk about. So, I think, yeah. We're just going to skip over Pops. With Blu-rays, we got one release coming out. I feel it was the big movie of the COVID pandemic, or at least the beginning of it. Or no, would you say the middle of it?
Kind of.
Yeah, middle, maybe? I mean, I don't even know if we're in the middle right now.
Who knows?
What chapter are we on in this COVID pandemic?
We're in like March 302. Who knows what day it actually is?
All right, so we'll be talking about that film. And then I really quickly want to go over some of my Black Friday pickups, even though I'm like 2 or 3 weeks late. But anyway, just want to talk about a couple of those. And then we'll be moving on to this week's sneak peeks, where Disney freaking killed it yesterday with announcing a bunch of shit. Most of it was just title announcements, but we did get some trailers. So we'll be talking about the second trailer, and I'm assuming final trailer for WandaVision. The first trailer for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. First trailer for Loki, as well as the first trailer for What If. And then after that goodness, we'll be moving on to our main event of the evening, which will be our Albros breakdown of Better Watch Out, the Christmas horror film.
Yes. Hell yeah. Dude,
So
I'm so pissed off that I forgot a question of the week this week because I wanted to. I know, but I wanted to. I struggled, and we'll get to it. We'll talk about it when we get to it. But
I was going to come up with one question, but it would probably spoil the movie, so never mind.
Fair.
All right, what do you say we get started?
Let's do it.
All right.
I'm Brucker.
I'm Levi.
And together we co-host a movie podcast called Film on the Rocks. On our movie podcast, we like to have fun with movies, and we don't like to break down movies beat by beat, scene by scene. We like to talk about what was fun about them. So we talk about our favorite scenes, sprinkle in some trivia, we debate whether or not they deserve a sequel, and we also talk about some drinking rules that they can have, such as drink every time Vince Vaughn stuffs his face in Wedding Crashers.
Or something we call the Yoda clause, which is every time Frank Oz jumps on a screen, finish your drink. You can find us on Google Podcasts, iTunes, Stitcher, Spotify, or really anywhere you can find podcasts, if this sounds interesting to you.
Yes, and we also love listener interaction, and we also like to take movie requests, so you could reach out to us on Twitter at Film on the Rocks, Instagram, Film on the Rocks Podcast, or email us at fotrpodcast@gmail.com. Hope to hear from y'all.
Give us a listen.
All right, so first up with Adventures in Hunting, we have Tenet. I think I said that right. Tenet is coming out on 4K this week. It'll be getting a right.
Reading with Rose is starting early this episode.
Yeah, dude. Full clutch, man. Full clutch this episode. So Tenet will be getting a regular oh my gosh. Wow. Okay. Words, Jonathan. English. So Tenet will be getting a regular 4K release, as well as a regular Blu-ray release, as well as a, shut up, Caleb. As well as a regular DVD release, but who gives a shit about DVDs?
People that can't afford Blu-rays, you freaking rich asshole.
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I'm rich.
Yeah, you freaking talking about Blu-rays and talking down to the peasants that buy DVDs.
Okay, no. See, I'd be talking down to the peasants if I'm talking about 4Ks, because those are like $30 to $35. Blu-rays, most of them you can get for like $5 and like sometimes even cheaper. Okay, $10 and sometimes even cheaper. So don't be throwing that peasant shit at me. Anyway, so besides those just regular releases, Tenet will also be getting a 4K exclusive Steelbook coming to Best Buy. And of course, I already pre-ordered that. I will be picking that up on release day. No surprise there. So, Caleb, do you want to do a future breakdown of that movie?
I'd be down for that.
Okay, cool. It's a badass Steelbook. Have you seen it?
I haven't.
Okay, I'll send you a picture, or you'll see Monday when I post the close-up looks. But anyway, so Tenet is coming out. I think for a while the Steelbook was out of stock, but now it's back up for pre-order. So if you guys want to go get that pre-ordered, this will release the day before it comes out, so I'm sure they'll still have copies. But anyway, Caleb, do you have anything else you want to say about Tenet?
Not really. I actually don't know a whole lot about this movie.
I don't either. All I know
it's Christopher Nolan.
That's all I know, and then just like the 2 trailers that I saw in the theaters before COVID shut them down. Yeah, I think the last time I saw the trailer for Tenet was when I think it showed before Sonic the Hedgehog. Pretty sure it did.
Yeah, so that's the last thing I saw about it. Like, other than that, I have no idea what this movie's about.
I don't either, but I'm very excited to see it. I love Christopher Nolan as a director, even though I've never seen Inception or Interstellar. I've only seen the Dark Knight trilogy when it comes to his work.
Yeah, I haven't seen Interstellar. I did watch Inception, and I thought that was pretty well done.
I was going to pick that up. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just going to say, I really appreciate that he tries to do as much practical effects as he can.
I do too. And I was going to pick up Inception, but the 4K Steelbook sold out, and I'm still bitter about that.
That sucks.
eBay, here I come, I guess. But anyway, so really quickly, I want to talk about some Black Friday pickups that I've got over the past couple weeks, because as a lot of you know, Black Friday deals were scattered between like 2 weeks. So like Black Friday started the week before. But anyway, so some of the biggest ones, I got all of these Star Wars movies on 4K, episodes 1 through 9, as well as Solo and Rogue One, because all of them were only $15 each.
Shit.
Yeah, so worth it. And then, so kind of funny story. So all of the MCU 4K films were $15 each. So I'm just like, you know what? Screw it. Most of the Steelbooks are sold out at Best Buy. So, you know, I'm just going to get the rest of the ones that I don't have on 4K yet, just on regular 4K. Screw the Steelbook. But then I think like a couple days later, they all went back into stock on Best Buy. I'm like, F my life. Thankfully, I hadn't. Yeah. Thankfully, I hadn't opened them yet. So I said, you know what? Screw it. So I ordered the remainder ones that I needed. I think I needed the 3 Captain Americas. I needed Doctor Strange, Ant-Man. shit, that might be it.
Weren't you missing the original Avengers too?
No, I got that one already.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah, which I think that one's been sold out for a while, so I'm really grateful I got that one when I did. But yeah, so I bought them, then returned them, and then I bought the Steelbooks. And I'm pissed off. I'm not pissed off, but so Captain America: The Winter Soldier, that one's sold out again like that, and the one that I got has a freaking dent on the front right by Captain America's head.
Oh, that's messed
I'm like,
up.
damn it. But it's the best that I can do, right? It's the best that I got, so I guess I got to take what I can get. But what else did I pick up? I picked up Impractical Jokers for like $6. I picked up the Godfather collection as well as the Rambo collection. They had the Mission Impossible collection for like $15 one day. Yeah, there were. Oh, and I picked up the Bad Boys collection as well as the John Wick collection for like $13 each at Walmart. So there were actually some pretty solid deals this year if you had your eyes open and you didn't have to face any crowds, because most of the stuff you could just order online and do the curbside pickup at Best Buy or stuff like that. And like I said, Amazon got them all too. So overall, I know, like, I didn't really say a lot of titles, but a lot of them are, like, not coming to me right now. I'm, like, missing a lot, I feel. Yeah, that's all I got. But anyway, overall, successful Black Friday, at least for me.
That's a pretty good haul for Black Friday.
Did you get anything, Caleb?
I did not. I'm not super big into Black Friday, and there wasn't really anything that I wanted this year.
That's fair.
In ways of movies or video games or whatever. Like, the only thing that I kind of wanted was the new Watch Dogs game, but I think that movie or that game relies very heavily on online play, and I don't like playing online.
No, I don't either.
So
I want to give Jason a shout out really quickly, just because he talked me into buying that Ghost in the Shell Steelbook, like literally right after I listened to that episode with you guys. I'm like, damn it! So I had to do a curbside pickup at Best Buy for that shit.
Wait, so did you do which one did you get?
The Ghost in the Shell Steelbook?
Yeah. Did you get the anime or did you get the Scarlett Johansson?
No, the anime. I don't think they don't have a regular Steelbook for the Scarlett Johansson one. All they have that is just regular Blu-ray in 4K.
Okay.
Yeah.
But yeah, he showed me all of the covers when he was on, and we that cover was amazing.
Have you seen?
Absolutely incredible.
Have you seen Ghost in the Shell?
I have not.
Okay, so it comes in a digital copy, so I'll be sending that your way soon, because we both got to check this movie out and report back to Jason.
Shit, yeah.
All right, this was kind of like a quick Adventures in Hunting. Do you have anything else to talk about?
I do not.
Okay. All right, then let's move on to this week's sneak peeks, starting with the second trailer. It's the second trailer, right, for WandaVision? I believe it was.
Pretty sure it's the second.
Okay.
I don't think they count the little teasers.
Yes, I don't think so, and there was quite a bit for those.
Yeah.
But yeah, this show just looks balls to the wall insane, and I mean that in the best way possible.
Yeah, it looks like it's going to be nuts.
And so this starts streaming January 15th, right? Isn't that what they said?
Yep, January 15th.
Okay. I'll be watching this midnight, dude. Right when it pops up on Disney Plus, I'll be there. This trailer got me hooked. Like, it's kind of hard to explain what's going on in this trailer, I feel, at least, because it just jumps from one scene with Wanda and Vision to their neighbors, back to Wanda and Vision to Wanda, just it's insane, but I loved it.
Yeah, it's pretty wild, like, what's going on, but it seems like if I'm remembering correctly, I think I remember hearing that one of the episodes was shot in front of a live audience.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it.
So that's going to be freaking awesome to see. But it seems like near the end, because it's jumping from like reality to reality, or sitcom to sitcom show.
Yeah.
So they have like these magical transitions, and then everything kind of changes around them. But it does seem like their reality is in danger somehow near the end.
It does seem like
and
that.
I'm wondering if it's Doctor Strange.
That would be
That's
such an amazing segue into Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah, because like, what if like the madness aspect of this is Wanda?
Oh, that'd be so perfect. So
perfect. Like, if everything just like affected her so harshly that she created her own reality and just went mad.
That'd be so cool, and it's not out of Wanda's character. That I could absolutely see her doing that.
Yeah, and then Vision would end up being on her side because he doesn't know what's going on, and maybe he's like, I don't know, like, but it's just maybe their world or their home, as they said, is in danger because Doctor Strange is trying to put things back together, and so it just becomes like she creates or has something to do with opening up the multiverse.
Yeah. Ugh. Well, that just makes me even more excited now for this show.
Yeah, that's my big old theory on WandaVision.
That's a good ass theory, bro.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this show. I'm pumped that we're getting so much Disney Plus content and so much good stuff. There's a lot of stuff that I'm like, I mean, I'm on the fence with watching it, but I'm probably going to end up watching it because I don't think any of this stuff is going to be streaming consecutively or at the same time.
No, I don't think so. No, I think there's a decent gap between all of them.
Yeah, so we're going to get WandaVision on January 15th. We're probably going to get, I think they said 6 episodes.
Okay.
For the Marvel shows, I hope they like bump it up to 8 because I would love that.
Me too.
But right after we're done with WandaVision, it might be a little gap in time. But then shortly after that, and I'm jumping ahead a little bit, but we're getting into the next trailer that we got, Falcon and the Winter Soldier, coming out in March 2021.
Shit, yes. For some reason, when this trailer... I mean, do you want to talk anything else about WandaVision?
Not really, just because of how confusing the trailer is.
For real,
it's like you said, it's hard to explain. It's easy to come up with theories, though.
Yeah, so if you guys haven't seen the trailer, please go check it out. It's a great trailer. It gets you super, super hyped for this show. So definitely go check it out.
Do it, and you're cool.
We're part of the cool kids now. Should we break into that?
No, we'll never be part of the cool kids.
Oh, come on. Can't we break out into that Taylor Swift song? I think that's Taylor Swift, right? I wish that I could be like the cool kids, like the cool kids. You don't know that song?
I know that song. I don't. That's a stupid-ass song.
Well, so is I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22.
I'm not arguing with you.
You know what? The only thing good about that song is that video that someone made that it's, I don't know about you, and then it cuts to the video where the girl's just like, bitch, I hope the F you do. That's the only good part of that song, because that video will never not be funny.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway.
I don't have anything else on WandaVision.
Okay. All right, anyway, getting back on track. So, first trailer for Falcon and the Winter Soldier. And I gotta admit, when this trailer first started, I don't know why, I wasn't completely on board yet. But once we got to the part with Falcon like flying around in, like, was it the Grand Canyon?
It looks like the Grand Canyon.
Okay, I was absolutely on board. I'm freaking sold on this show, and I love I don't know. I don't want to say altercation, but maybe like the butting of heads sometimes between Sam and Bucky. I love that, and then like just like the ending shot of them where isn't it Bucky just like shut up or something like that because of some shit Sam says, and
yeah,
I love the bickering between these two. I love it.
I love it too. One thing that I noticed about this, and I don't think it's going to detract from the show too much, the scene where he is flying through the Grand Canyon, it looks not as high quality as some Marvel movies, but it's still like really good quality. Yeah,
and I think maybe we'll just have to somewhat face that fact, just because these are TV shows. They're not. I mean, they're big budget, but they're not MCU movies, and so they might have a little bit of a lesser budget here.
Yeah, and I can be absolutely forgiving of that because I mean, Mandalorian, those special effects I don't think are top notch, highest level special effects, but they work for the show.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So I think that we're gonna have the same situation. I think it's you're going to be able to tell some things are fake. But I don't think it's going to be distracting.
As long as they tell a good story, and I truly trust Marvel to tell a good story with these two. I don't think I'll bat an eye if I see an effect that I feel would have looked better if it was an MCU movie and not an MCU TV show.
Yeah, and I'm pretty sure this show is also supposed to be 6 episodes.
Okay.
So I have we're going to be seeing Falcon, I feel, more than a lot of the other MCU people, because this episodes are supposed to be like an hour long.
Hell yeah.
So we're going to get 6 hours of Bucky and Sam.
I'm cool with that.
So that puts him already, like, if it's split evenly, obviously, it's going to put them at a lot more screen time than most other MCU people. Like, it's going to put them up there with freaking Cap, Iron Man, and Thor.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's going to be freaking amazing. I want to know why the shield is in, like, a display case.
Yeah, that was interesting. Yeah, they got some explaining to do with that.
Yeah, but I'm excited to see everything that happens. I'm excited to see Zemo. I'm excited to see what they do with U.S. Agent. All of that stuff's going to be awesome.
Is Martin Freeman coming back as Agent Ross here?
I haven't seen anything about him.
Okay.
So I'm going to assume no.
Okay, just wondering.
Yeah, because that's... I have no idea. I don't think so.
Okay.
I think they would maybe just have him not watching Zemo one day.
There we go. That's a good way to explain it.
Yeah, but this show looks like it's going to be wild.
Yeah, all of these shows look like they're going to be wild, and I mean that in the best possible way.
Yeah, and I love what they did with Bucky. Made him a lot, like, back to clean cut.
Yes, I love it.
I think his arm could be a bit more prominent, though.
That's fair.
Because is he wearing a sleeve over his arm? Or...
It looks like it, because, I was kind of like, I never, like, while watching the trailer, it never, like, clicked to me to look for his arm. And so, like, after the trailer was over, I'm just like, wait, did he actually have his Winter Soldier arm on?
He does, because you can tell, like, his hand is covered.
Okay, yeah, see, I didn't even pick up on that.
So I think he's, like, wearing a glove or something. It's just, I couldn't tell with the rest of his arm. And I think I preferred his very shiny silver arm because it stood out.
Yeah, me too.
And, like, he was wearing very dark, like, in the Winter Soldier movie, he was wearing very dark colors, so his arm kind of stood out a bit more. And with them putting, like, dark colors on a dark suit,
Yeah.
like, or a dark metal on a dark suit, it just kind of blends in a bit too much, I feel.
No, that's
I would
fair.
have gone for maybe a lighter color for his suit and then the dark color for his arm if they wanted to go that route, or maybe flip-flop it again, or just something, just so his arm stands out.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Do you like Sam's costume, though?
His new costume looks incredible. I love that they went with the classic color scheme, white and red.
I appreciate that it doesn't look as bulky as his costume did in like Civil War, Infinity War.
You thought it looked bulky?
Maybe just a little bit in the chest area. I mean, I know Anthony Mackie's pretty ripped, but I don't know. Like, it seemed like a little too bulky up here. Maybe that was just me.
I'll have to do a comparison because I don't remember him being like that bulky. I thought like all of his costume designs have been pretty sleek.
Yeah.
So
maybe I'm just losing my mind. It could be that.
Yeah, maybe. But I'm excited. I'm excited to see. But I'm excited to see. I don't think we're gonna see his full transition to Captain America until the later episodes.
Yeah.
Like I have a feeling, like I'm pretty sure, like the way that I see it going, it's going to be 5 episodes of whatever story they're following. The 6th episode is going to be the final battle, but at the end of he's either going to suit up at the end of the 5th episode, or he's going to suit up at the maybe last quarter of the final. And I can't wait to see what they do with that.
Yeah.
With that suit. So
excited.
it's going to be badass. I think they can do some really good stuff.
Oh no, absolutely.
And I feel like it's not even going to feel like, because in Endgame, did it feel to you like Captain America was the one passing on the mantle?
Yeah, I think so.
That's where I think we differ a bit, because I didn't feel like it wasn't Captain America handing the shield over. It was Steve Rogers handing the shield over. And I feel
I get where you're coming from.
Yeah, and I kind of want Bucky to be the one that accepts him as Captain America first. Like, kind of be like, you earned this.
That would be a really good character moment.
Yeah. Or if they both became Captain America, I would love that too.
The Captain Americas. Why not?
Dude, that would be badass. Yeah, but anyway, that's all I got for Falcon and Winter Soldier.
Okay. Yeah, I don't have anything else to add. Moving on, the next trailer we got was our first sneak peek at Loki. And this TV show is going places I did not expect it to go. Because, I mean, this does create a new timeline since it's the Loki that escaped during that scene in Endgame where the Tesseract is knocked out of Tony's hands. And Loki grabs it and travels off to, looks like the Sahara Desert.
Kind of, yeah.
And then just you get introduced to Owen Wilson, but like old Owen Wilson, and it's really weird. And just, I don't know, like I don't really know how to explain this trailer because like everything just came at me, and I'm just like, okay, this show is going places I never thought I would see something like this go, but I'm completely on board. If that makes sense.
Yeah. Nah, that makes a lot of sense.
Okay, phew. I don't know, what did you think of it?
I thought it was really good. I think it's kind of a cool tie-in to Endgame, and I love like that they just like change it. Like it's kind of weird because what's the name of it's I forget what the name of the time travel agency place is or enforcement people are.
Oh yeah, I forgot to.
Yeah, it's like T something. But I love that they are what was I saying? I love how they are tying in the time travel aspect and the effects of that, cuz it seemed like Loki ended up somewhere that he didn't want to be.
Mm-hmm.
Traveling with the Tesseract, and I'm wondering if because he transported, maybe the time travel people had a say in that because he's altering history. And then he kind of becomes an agent for them in some way, shape, or form.
Shit.
Yeah, so I'm really excited for this show. I think this could literally go anywhere. And it seems like it does, because you see Loki in a bunch of different outfits. You see one where he's like clean cut, like he looks like freaking Tom Hiddleston.
Yeah, he did.
Like, but in like a suit, short hair, all of that. And I love the final suit you see him in, or the final outfit you see him in the trailer. Like they've kind of given him like the suit that he wears, because in the comics right now, I think he's a hero.
Oh shit!
So it's kind of like that suit, like they've given him that suit, like the kind of the more headband with the horns,
Yeah.
and then kind of the regal green suit with like the foofy shoulders and everything.
Yeah.
So I think that they're going to go more of a heroic route with him.
In your opinion, do you think that this is, when it comes to these trailers, do you think this is Disney Plus's wild card when it comes to the Marvel shows?
I think the next one we're going to talk about is the wild card.
Okay. All right. Well, do you have anything else to say about Loki?
I do not.
Okay. All right. So then, I guess we're moving on to the wild card of the MCU Disney Plus lineup so far, and that is we got our first trailer for What If. And so this series will be showcasing different scenarios in the MCU. Say, T'Challa was Star-Lord. I'm trying to remember other stuff that happened in the trailer. If Peggy became Captain America. If Steve as Captain America was a zombie and Bucky had to fight him. Clint's actually thrown in there. I don't know for what scene or whatnot, but yeah, you get one glimpse of Hawkeye, so it's gonna be very interesting to see what's up with that. But a lot is thrown at you in this trailer, and the whole scene with Doctor Strange when he's fighting himself, that was so badass.
Yeah, I want to know what the shit that's all about.
For real though, I think that was actually probably don't get me wrong, I love that one clip of Hawkeye, but that was probably the best part of this whole trailer was watching Doctor Strange fight himself.
Yeah, so the What If is a storyline. It's a comic book series that Marvel did. And the first one, I think it was the first one, was what if Spider-Man joined the Fantastic Four?
Interesting.
Like that was their first comic.
Okay.
But yeah, so now we're getting what if the super soldier serum was given to Peggy Carter instead of Steve Rogers? And then we are getting what would happen if Yondu picked up T'Challa instead of Peter Quill.
Oh, yep.
What else? Yeah, they're also doing a Doctor Strange and Thor alternate things. No one quite knows what those are yet.
That's going to be interesting.
Yeah, because we did see like an Iron Man 2 clip where Iron Man's eating stuff out of the donut.
Oh, yes, we did.
Yeah, and then there's like the Marvel Zombies one. So it's like, it seems like it's Bucky versus the zombies.
Yeah, that is what it seems like.
Yeah, but this is amazing. I want to know what they did with T'Challa. Like, did Chadwick Boseman have enough time to record his lines for that?
Yeah. That's going to be interesting. I hope he did.
I hope he did too, because it's going to make me sad if he wasn't able to.
Yeah. And I shed a tear now.
Yeah, that's going to be an interesting series. And that's honestly the one. I love the animation style.
I do too. I don't know. I'm getting like a Spider-Verse kind of vibe from it. Just a little bit. And I love that.
I am too, a little bit. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like if they were to have like taken out all the things that made Into the Spider-Verse look like it was a comic book, but it's like realistic.
Yeah, that's actually a really good way to explain it.
Yeah, but I love that all of the actors are coming back to voice who they played.
Oh yeah, I am too. I freaking love
like
that.
Haley Atwell is coming back to play whatever you want to call her. I'm going to call her Captain Britain.
Isn't that what she's called?
Or Captain Carter.
Captain Carter. I love it.
Yeah. But her suit is badass.
I love her shield. I love it.
Yeah. So instead, like with Captain America, like everyone knows, it has the star on the chest. It's like a blue top and then stripes down his torso. With Captain Carter, you still have the stripes down the torso, but instead of the star, it's like a big Union Jack across her chest. And the shield has a Union Jack in the center instead of a star, and then it's the red circle, white circle, and then it's a blue circle. Like that's kind of the pattern of the shield, and the shield looks freaking bitchin'.
It does. Oh, love it.
So I am so freaking pumped for this series.
I am too.
I think it's gonna be. I honestly think it's gonna be one of my favorite.
I do too. I mean, everyone knows what my favorite's gonna be when it finally does come out. But speaking of that,
whatever the Hawkeye one is,
yeah. Speaking of that, it was kind of under speculation. I mean, but it was kind of confirmed from the leaked photos. But they officially confirmed that Haley Steinfeld is playing Kate Bishop in Hawkeye, and I'm over the freaking moon, guys, bros, whatever. Gosh, I'm so excited. Oh, I can't contain myself. Anyway, moving on.
That's good. Yeah, but yeah, everyone is like I said, everyone's coming back, and the narrator for this series is going to be Uatu, the Watcher, and he is going to be voiced by Jeffrey Wright.
Oh,
and I
that's
think
fantastic.
Jeffrey Wright has an amazing voice.
Yes, he does. So that is perfect.
Shit, yeah. So I'm pumped.
Yes.
Super pumped.
Oh, I'm too. All right. Do you have anything else to say about these lineup of trailers?
I do not.
Okay, what's your ranking? 1 to 4.
Oh, this one's going to be tough.
Right? For real, though.
Oh, damn. Before I list my four, or before I order them,
Okay.
I'm just going to say that these margins are very, very, very close.
Okay.
So, with that being said, my number one is going to go to What If.
Okay.
I am so excited for everywhere that this could possibly go. I'm excited that they have already greenlit a season 2.
Oh shit, they have?
Yeah, and
Oh,
they're
hell
already.
yeah.
I think that's already in production. Like they're already
yes.
working on that. So I'm over the moon with that, and I love like these what if scenarios.
I do too.
Like I think that's one of my favorite storylines. Like I read a Spider-Man comic where it was what if the spider bit Flash Thompson instead of Peter Parker.
Oh, that's awesome. I love it.
Yeah, and so good. So number one is What If. Number two, I'm gonna give to Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Okay.
I'm having a trouble. My 2 and 3 could flip very easily. But yeah, I'm gonna give number 2 to Falcon and the Winter Soldier. I'm super excited to see the Shield in action again.
Yes.
And I'm excited to see what they do with Zemo, because I love Zemo as a villain. And now that he's going to be like comic accurate, is going to be off the hook.
Hell yeah, it is.
And U.S. Agent, I'm excited to see what they do with that and the conflict that U.S. Agent and Sam Wilson have.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, so Falcon and Winter Soldier. Number 3, I'm giving to WandaVision. Just because I know that this is going to be an insane series.
Yes, it is.
Like, I feel like this is a movie that I'm going to watch multiple times before Doctor Strange comes out.
Fair. That's fair.
Yeah, so I'm excited for that. And then number 4, I'm giving to Loki. And the only reason that I'm putting it last is I need a little bit more info.
I'm on the same boat as you, and my order is exactly the same.
Really?
Yep. Yeah, exactly the same. With
Hell yes.
Every single reason you gave, especially for the Loki, I'm still very excited for the show, but I do need a little bit more.
Yeah. So. Yeah. So
yeah.
1 through 4.
Yeah.
But my excitement level for all of these is like a 10.
Same. All right. What do you say we move on to our main event of the evening?
Say let's do it.
All right.
Time for the main event.
It's main event time.
Let's play a game.
All right, so for this week's main event of the evening, we will be doing our Albro's breakdown of the horror Christmas film titled Better Watch Out. Caleb, would you like to walk our new viewers or old viewers or what any kind of viewer you are of how we break down films here on the Albros? I really
so
butchered
elegant.
that. I know, right? Oh, so great.
All right. If you're new to our breakdown system, we have split movies into 8 different categories that we individually score to come to a final Albros letter grade. And the 8 categories that we grade are story, writing, acting, character development, effects, music, costumes, and then we give it our own personal grade at the very end. And that gives us all the information that we need to give it a letter grade.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so if you have not seen this movie, spoiler alert ahead, go watch this movie. We are not even freaking joking.
Yeah. Seriously, like, Jason, I heard, like I've said many times, I listened to last week's episode, and I know you're not the biggest fan of horror Christmas movies, but please go watch this one. It's really worth it.
Yeah. It's so good. It is so good. And it would break my heart to know that someone spoiled the movie for themselves by listening to this. So
yes.
Don't.
Yeah.
I would rather you not listen to this episode if you have not seen this movie.
Because this is one of the biggest plot twists I've ever seen in a horror film, and I loved every minute of it.
Yeah.
So
with
we'll
that,
be spoiling it in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
If you say everyone dies.
I wasn't going to. I was just going to say you've been warned. Damn, way to sell me short. I know,
that's what
but
you've done every other time. You're just like, everyone dies.
I'm trying to be better. Stop selling me short, asshole.
All right, so to grade story, we are going to start off with a little segment that we like to call Reading with Rose, with 2 E's. And
okay, since you read last week's plot, we got to come up with a name for yours as well.
Not Reading with Rose?
No. Okay, I'll come up with something. I'll get back to you next week. I'll have something.
Yeah, but I only do that when you're gone, and you're not gone that often.
Okay, but I'm just saying, I still want to have something, okay? I'll have something, I promise.
All right, whatever.
All right, so, at Christmas time, 17-year-old Ashley is babysitting precocious 12-year-old Luke Lerner. Luke has romantic feelings for Ashley and unsuccessfully attempts to seduce her while watching a horror film.
Call it seducing.
Yeah, for real, yeah. Strange happenings outside put Ashley on edge, but it ultimately appears to be just Luke's best friend Garrett, who has arrived to visit. Hearing a window break upstairs, the trio find a brick inscribed with "You leave and you die." Garrett panics and runs out the back door, but is apparently killed by an unknown shooter. Shocked, Ashley and Luke run upstairs and hide in the attic. Ashley almost breaks her neck from a fall, but Luke catches her. After they run into Luke's room and hide in his closet, a masked intruder armed with a shotgun walks in. Okay, if you guys haven't, please, if you guys haven't seen this movie yet, please stop listening right now.
We already gave the warning. It is on them at this point.
Okay. Ashley recognizes the mask as one of Luke's and yanks it off the intruder, revealing Garrett. Ashley realizes that Luke was hoping to seduce her by scaring her. Angered, Ashley yells at Luke, calling him mental and saying he needs therapy, and tries to leave. Luke follows behind Ashley, and once at the top of the stair, Luke slaps her, causing her to fall down the stairs and be knocked unconscious. Luke binds Ashley with duct tape, forcing her to play Truth or Dare. Her boyfriend, Ricky, arrives at the house after receiving a text message sent by Ashley earlier. When Ricky fails to find Ashley, he realizes that something is wrong. Luke tries to knock him out, but fails. After nearly killing Luke, Ricky is threatened by Garrett with the shotgun. Luke knocks Ricky out, and they tie him up beside Ashley. While Ashley uses a shard of glass to cut herself free, Luke tries to show Garrett what happens if you actually hit someone in the head with a swinging paint can, based on a scene from the film Home Alone. Luke tries to demonstrate with Ricky, but misses on the first swing. Ashley gets free and threatens Luke with a gun. He releases the paint can, which hits and kills Ricky. When Ashley realizes the gun is empty, she tries to escape to a group of carolers outside. Luke uses the brick tossed through the upstairs window to knock her out again before she can alert them. Luke calls Ashley's ex-boyfriend Jeremy, claiming that she wants him to write an apology letter. While Jeremy does so, Luke hangs him from a tree, making the apology look like a suicide note. Garrett has a change of heart and starts to free Ashley, but is killed by Luke. Luke stabs Ashley in the neck and stages the scene to frame Jeremy. Later, he goes to bed and waits for the return of his parents, who contact the police. Ashley survives, having placed duct tape over the stab wound to stop the bleeding. Luke watches from his bedroom window as Ashley gives him the finger before being wheeled into the ambulance. Luke tells his mother that he is worried about Ashley and wants to visit her at the hospital. So, if you guys really quickly, if you guys stuck around, if you didn't, and if you haven't seen the movie, what the hell, guys? The whole thing just got spoiled for you. You guys suck.
Oh my gosh. I cannot even begin to express how much I love this movie.
It's so good. The biggest gosh, there's so many positives that I can give to this movie. Like the acting by like the three kids, the story, the huge twist, the writing is also there as a huge solid. Just there's very few problems with this movie. I'm gonna put it that way.
Yeah, and this was a movie that was it went straight. It didn't have a theatrical run.
So it actually did. It just didn't gross a lot of money.
Why though?
It was very limited, I think, because
oh my.
So
gosh.
the budget was $3 million. It only grossed $188,756.
Dude, this movie is insane.
Yes. The main kid, Luke, is mental. He really is mental.
Levi Miller is the actor for Luke. He has not been in good shit.
Yeah, wasn't he in A Wrinkle in Time?
Yep, he was in A Wrinkle in Time. He was in Pan before that.
Oh shit.
Yeah, and oh my gosh, so good. So freaking good. Like, this is easily his best performance.
Oh, hands down. Absolutely.
Yeah, he hasn't done a whole lot of movies. He's only his first acting credit is from 2010, and it wasn't even a full movie. It was a short.
Oh.
Then he was in. Okay, so the first one was a short. Then he was kind of had a minor role in a movie. It seemed like he only had a small role in a show, another role in a short, and then he got Pan.
Oh, okay.
And then he was in Supergirl, and then Better Watch Out immediately after that.
Nice.
Yeah, so a very short career.
Yes, unfortunately.
Yeah, but I'm excited to see what this kid can bring in the future.
For real, though, this kid is amazing.
Yeah, and we'll get into that once we start talking about acting. But
yes,
talking about the story, and I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible because that's the whole point of grading this stuff.
Yeah, true.
The story, it keeps you very well engaged throughout the opening sequence. Like, in the opening sequence, you think it's going to be your everyday horror movie.
Yeah, especially I feel, and I noticed watching this the other night that this part literally goes nowhere. When Ashley's just driving down the street, and then that one sedan starts up and starts following her. Do you remember that scene?
Yeah.
Yeah, that goes nowhere. Like, I find that so funny. I'm just like, okay, was that supposed to just draw us off? Because I mean, kudos to you, whoever directed this. I actually don't.
That wasn't Jeremy, was it?
Oh shit, it might have. I mean, if it was, stalker much?
Yeah. So It could have just been a creepy thing, and maybe like that's kind of what sold the creepiness to her more.
True.
But it's insane the shit that they were able to pull with this movie on us. Because I remember watching this movie the first time with you and Christian.
Yeah, I remember that.
And we were kind of calling it. Like, we're just like, oh, someone's going to be, or it's going to be this, it's going to be that. And then the second it flips on you, it's like the whole movie's tone gets flipped on its head.
Mm-hmm.
It goes from like a horror movie, very tense, very just like full, like fills you full of dread, and it does a really good job at doing that.
It does.
Which is what you want from a horror movie, and it just gets to that point where it's like, okay, well, this shit kind of started really early.
Yeah.
And so you're like sitting there, you're like, okay, and then once it flips and you realize that everything's a setup, and you're just like, wait, what? It blows your freaking mind.
Yeah,
And I love movies like this that could just... And it changes the tone with the second watch. It changes the whole tone of the movie once you know what happens.
Yes. Oh, for real, though.
Yeah, like... Oh my gosh. Like, I remember watching, what was his name? Garrett running through the backyard, and you hear him get shot. Or you see him get, like, quote unquote, get shot. Holy balls, did we just like, oh!
We just see a kid get murdered? What?
Yeah, it's just, oh my gosh. But the story, it keeps you on your toes.
Oh, yeah,
and
absolutely.
It's very, very tense throughout the whole thing. And I love it for that.
Yes.
So, being as unbiased as I can possibly be, it's up there in the score for me.
We talking 90s here?
I'm in the 90s.
Same.
Where are you at?
I'm actually like at a solid 95.
I'm gonna have to agree with you.
Yeah, boy.
It's that freaking good.
He really is. Oh, I love this movie so much.
I mean, like we said, it keeps you on your toes, especially if you have not seen this before. It's everything you want from a horror movie. I want from a horror movie. I want to be
same.
I want to be genuinely terrified, and I was terrified of this child. And I loved it. I loved every freaking minute of it.
I did too.
So, all right, 95 for story. Next up, we got writing.
Writing was very solid as well. Even though the kid was, like a psycho, the writing coming from how old is he supposed to be?
13?
13? See,
13, 14?
Okay. So yeah, so the writing I still felt like for the most part, genuine 13-year-old kid. Like the whole when they're like playing the whole truth or dare, and Garrett dares him to touch her boob, and he just goes for it. He doesn't like question or anything, and he's just like, "Oh, that's nice. I get what all the fuss is about." And I'm just like, "Yeah, a 13-year-old kid would say some shit like that. Like, come on."
Yeah, exactly. Like, freaking 13-year-old boys are stupid.
Yeah.
And that is coming from someone that used to be one.
Yes.
13-year-old me was a complete and utter idiot.
Yeah, same here. We were stupid. I mean, we still kind of are, but maybe not as much.
I wouldn't go that far.
Okay.
But we are less so.
There we go.
I would say. But yeah, the writing for Garrett and Luke were pretty spot on. Nothing felt really out of place. I think the awkward writing came from the parents.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Yeah, like, it was just odd. And it's weird because you have Patrick Warburton.
Yeah, maybe I needed a little bit of a backstory of how the parents and, what's the babysitter's name?
Ashley.
Ashley, of how their relationship is. Because the way that her and Patrick Warburton were, like, joking around, he's just like, did you get your permission to leave? And he, like, looks serious for me. I'm like, wait, what the shit? Oh, it's a joke. Okay, it's a joke. I wish I would have known how you guys deal with situations in this relationship, but okay.
Yeah. So I'm definitely going to be docking for the parents because I think they were significant enough to dock for that, and a lot of their lines were just odd.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, but everything else, like Ashley's lines were pretty good. I mean, there were obviously some cheesy points. But Luke and Garrett was amazing. And big spoiler right now, the scene between Luke and Garrett when Luke pulls the shotgun on him. Holy ballsack.
Damn.
That was nuts.
like I almost like wanted to start tearing up where Garrett is just like, I want my mom. I'm just like, oh my gosh, I feel so bad for you, kid.
Yeah.
Your friend's a psychopath.
Like, oh no. Dude, like, it didn't, like, I knew it was coming, and I still, like, had, like, a little jump when he got shot. I'm just like, oh. Like, don't do it. So I'm giving points for that. I'm giving points for Ashley once she like her one-liners were freaking perfect.
They absolutely were.
Like I loved her. Like
I found it funny.
Like
though.
what?
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I forget what her line was when Luke felt her up.
Oh, what was she saying? I think she just says, like, oh, I felt like a 13-year-old kid felt me up or something like that. Or a 13-year-old boy.
Yeah.
He expected her to call him a man, some shit like that.
Yeah, and we'll get into acting here in a second, but
I found it funny,
so
though,
good.
with Ashley. I don't know if you noticed this, but her accent kind of actually came through in one scene.
I did notice that.
When she's just like, you need therapy and when she says lots of it, you can hear it a little bit.
Yeah.
Every single time I watch it,
I didn't pick it up. I didn't pick it up during the watch because I watched the Dead Meat video of it.
Oh.
So that's when he pointed it out. I was just like, I guess that's true.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't watch it? Wait, did you? Wait, so that's the only thing that you watched was the Dead Meat video? You didn't watch it on Tubi again?
No, I did.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying I watched that after, and I didn't catch the
My bad.
accent the first go around, like or second go around, I guess. But yeah, I didn't catch it while I was watching because I wasn't paying attention to that.
No, yeah.
I was just focusing on what was going on. But yeah, once he pointed it out, I'm like, oh.
No, see, I
so
didn't
now
pick
that's
it up
all
my
I'm going
first
to be
time
able
either.
to think about whenever I watch it.
Yeah, when I watched it with you and Christian, yeah, that's when I finally picked up on it.
Yeah. So writing is good. I'm not going to put it as high as the story though.
No, I wouldn't either.
But it's still pretty high. I'd say it's still. I'd say it's like I was gonna say 90s, but I think I'm more like the high 80s for it. Just because like I said,
Okay.
the parents kind of didn't sell me. There was some cheesy writing with Ricky and Jeremy.
Yeah, that's fair.
but Ashley, Luke, and Garrett were damn near flawless. So with that, I'd sit about 87.
I can give you that.
Yeah.
Yeah, 87.
All right, 87 for writing. What we thinking for acting?
So I'm thinking Luke, Garrett, and Ashley.
I dig it.
Okay, perfect.
I definitely dig it.
Awesome. All right, do we want to start with Garrett and then go to maybe Ashley and then Luke, or do we want to go Luke to Ashley?
Luke to Ashley.
Okay, awesome. All right, first up we have Garrett, who's played by Ed Oxenbould, and he was actually Alexander in Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day, which, even though they changed so much in that movie, I still freaking love that movie, and it's one of my favorite adaptions from a book that I grew up with. I loved that book as a kid.
Yeah, he hasn't been in a whole lot of what the hell am I trying to say? He hasn't been in a lot of shows or movies.
He was in what was it? The Visit. I still haven't seen that.
Yeah, he was actually, wasn't he in The Visit with the actress for Ashley?
I think he might have been here. Let me check. I think you're right.
Yeah, I think that's something that Dead Meat pointed out.
That's crazy.
That they were just coming off of that. This kid did so well with like these little ticks.
Yep, that's her.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so cool.
Yeah, Ed Oxenbould, he did really well with these like little ticks that he was supposed to have.
It's true.
And did she... I'm not remembering, did she... Because, I mean, the Dead Meat video is so fresh in my mind. But did Ashley recognize Garrett because of the scratching or because of the mask?
So she doesn't recognize that it's him, fully recognize it's him until the scratching.
Okay.
Yeah. So she recognizes the mask at first, and then once she sees him rub his shoulder, she's just like, Garrett. So.
Okay. So I loved that was something that gave it away because they were alluded to it a few times before it became a thing.
That's true, they did.
And
yeah, I love how in that one bathroom scene when Tyler's mom catches him. Not Tyler. I'm sorry. Wow, Spencer, right? What's
Spencer?
No, what's the main kid's name? I forgot.
Luke.
Luke. Sorry. I love when Luke's mom catches Garrett in the bathroom, and you see him like try to cover up the pills like really quick that he's trying to like confiscate, and she's just like, "What are you doing here?" He's like, "Oh, do you have any itching cream?"
Dude, it's so funny watching someone portray a 13-year-old trying to sneak around. Yeah, because I know damn well I was not sneaky at all.
I was not either.
Or, I mean, I guess I could have been sneaky. I just wasn't very good at it.
Weren't good at getting away with it.
Yeah, and I loved his performance. I thought a lot of the stuff, like, he was on board for a lot of stuff until everything kind of went south.
Yeah, because
he had a line. Like, was it a little further than it should have been? Yes. But he had a line, and you could tell he was afraid of Luke. And he did so good at portraying that fear.
Dude, the part that always sticks out to me is when Luke knocks out Ricky, and he's just like, "Isn't this exciting?" And Carrie's just like, "No, dude, don't you realize we're going to freaking jail? Freaking jail!"
Oh my gosh, dude, he was also like some really good comedic relief.
Yes,
for a while.
Yeah,
and oh my gosh, it's so hard to like talk about him. It's so hard, like, because there's not really anything that I have to complain about with him.
no,
he was really good. And, like, I wouldn't say it's like top-notch A+ performance, but it was solid.
Yeah, with what he was given, he did a great job.
Yeah, and the emotional scenes where he's asking for his mom, and right before he gets shot by Luke,
those are really good.
He did really well. I'm not quite in the 90s though with him. But what are you thinking for him?
I'm thinking a solid 89.
89?
Yeah.
I can give you that.
All right.
I can definitely give you that. All right, next up we got Levi Miller, who played Luke.
Damn, this kid can play psychotic. Holy shit.
Dude, he was so good. His voice was squeaking throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
And he acted through it.
He did. And I feel like it just added to it. I loved it.
Yeah, and it was so hard to figure out what the hell was wrong with this kid. Because it was like, there were moments where he was acting very childish. There were moments where he was acting very just emotional.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's like all this planning was flawless.
Yeah, I mean, I gotta give this kid props. Like, he had everything planned out to a T. Almost.
Hell yeah, he did. Yeah, almost everything.
Yeah.
But, I mean, damn. So good. Like, I love obviously there's the twist that, he's a freaking psycho and he's setting up this whole thing to try and get in Ashley's pants.
Yep.
Which obviously comes back to biting him in the ass.
Mm-hmm.
But then the whole interaction with Ricky and thinking that Ricky kind of came out of nowhere and realizing that he actually wanted Ricky there.
Yeah, that.
Like, you just think like, oh, this kid's freaking screwed now, and like shit's gonna hit the fan. No, he was freaking prepared.
I love
and that was just,
sorry, go ahead.
That was wild.
I love the part when after he knocks out Ricky the first time, he's just like all strutting down the hallway, owning his shit, and then Ricky actually wakes up, and you just see the fear in his eyes. He's like, "Shit, I thought you hit you hard enough."
Dude, I love the scene when after he had stabbed Ricky in the cheek with the frickin' pencil, and they were like making him smoke.
Oh yeah.
But then like the smoke was coming out of the hole in his cheek. Like, it makes me cringe.
That was Dude, the whole paint can thing makes me cringe.
Oh my gosh. Like the way that they did that, we'll talk about that in effects when we get there. But
like, god damn. But okay.
Yeah.
Back to Levi.
Anyway, back to Levi. Yeah. He was so good. He was so good. What? Like, did you have any issues with him?
No, and if I'm being honest, he might have been my favorite performance of the whole movie. He might be my highest.
Same here. whatever you want to give him, I will agree with.
Shit. I don't know, because I want to go high, but then I don't know what's too high.
Yeah, his performance was just so freaking good.
What would you say to a 95?
I can definitely do a 95.
Or do you think it should be higher?
I'd go... The highest I would go is 97.
Okay. So then should we meet at, like, 96?
Yeah, 96 seems fair.
All right.
All right, next we got Olivia DeJonge, however the hell you want to say that, who played Ashley, the babysitter.
She was fantastic as well.
I loved her.
She kicked ass.
Yeah, she did.
Even though she was tied to a chair, like almost, a quarter of the movie?
Yeah, and it's just with how much acting she had to do with her eyes.
Yes.
And I think that's what sold me on her performance.
I agree. That's very hard to do, and she did an excellent job.
Yeah, she did so good with that. Like, so good. Like, you could tell that there was, like, genuine fear or, like, disgust or whatever it was that she was feeling or trying to portray. You could see it in her eyes.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah. Like, one of the pictures that they have in the IMDb page is her wrapped up in the Christmas lights and duct tape. And you can, like, see just the fear and, like, sadness in her eyes. And then scooting over, like, you see her with it, like, the duct tape over her mouth. And, like, her eyes are what's freaking sell.
It's insane.
Yeah, she did an amazing job. Like, absolutely amazing job. And I wouldn't quite put her on the same level as Levi Miller.
No, but I feel it's very close.
Extremely close. I would put her at a 95 with how well she did.
I can absolutely give you that.
All right, and that averages our acting grade to a 93.33.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad at all. All right, next up we got character development, which, this being a horror movie, we're going to do logic.
Yeah,
unless you think someone had some development.
I don't really think any. I mean, the only one that I can think of is Garrett realizing that his best friend's psychotic and he should maybe not go along with his plan, but I don't really think we should grade that for character development.
Yeah, so we'll just go with logic.
Okay.
And honestly, the logic in this was pretty well done.
Yeah, it was really solid. I mean, the only thing that I have, and I feel it's still going to be a question after you watch this movie, is the whole paint can debate.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is absolutely true. I'm honestly... Okay. Because we're going to get into this conversation one way or another.
Yeah.
I'm on team this would F you up.
I am too, especially considering how big they make paint cans nowadays. Like, those things are freaking massive and they weigh a shit ton. So coming at a pretty high amount of speed, and I feel when he threw that over the railing, he freaking chucked that thing like it was a freaking football. So the speed that it was getting, I could absolutely see that doing some severe damage to someone's face.
Yeah.
Now the question is, could you see it
I'm going to Google this really quick.
Okay.
I'm going to Google this really fast.
Okay.
And let's... Okay. Blowtorch, paint can to the face. Okay, assuming the paint can So this is a St. Clair's verdict on the injury, paint can to the face.
Okay.
Assuming the paint can is full, roughly 10 pounds, and the rope is 10 feet long, Marv and Harry each take a roughly 2 kilogram Newton hit to the face. That is easily enough to fracture multiple facial bones, and is probably going to knock you out cold. Also, I wouldn't expect either of the wet bandits to walk away from this with all of their teeth.
Yeah.
So,
Okay, so but
what
in
I'm
this
hearing is
okay.
you can survive this.
Okay. But yet in this movie, Ricky's face gets completely smushed in from this.
Yeah, and I think they did a really smart thing in not, like, showing it. And more like the
loved that. I love that right after it hits, you see Olivia's face, and then it just like goes down to like his feet view, and you just see the paint and blood just dripping down.
Yeah,
I loved that so much.
I loved the behind the scenes with that, and them saying like, "Oh, he was in that position for days, like weeks." Filming this movie because they wanted that like continuity. Like he was just sitting there. Like that was his whole deal. Would just get drenched in paint and blood and have to like go back to that position, and that was like his whole day.
Damn.
Yeah, and
wow.
I think he did a solid job.
he really did.
Yeah, but oh my gosh. Easily the best kill of the movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That whole scene is just kind of it's a hard pill to swallow, honestly.
Yeah, and I love that it was based off of Home Alone. That's why they were doing it.
I love how at the beginning, Garrett's like saying like, "Oh, dude, yeah, like you were making that argument about the Home Alone paint can." Shit. I'm forgetting the main kid's name again. Luke. He's just like, what? I already proved to you last week that it can actually happen. And I just love that he's just like, finally get my moment to shine. Let's make this real.
Oh. So, if this is like based in reality, that's what I'm assuming. All of this, I'm basing this in reality because we looked up and it said that they would survive it. I'm going to dock for the paint can kill. Everything else though was really well done.
Mm-hmm.
The little traps that they had set up to kind of trick Ashley into thinking that someone was breaking in or horror stuff or whatever. All of this different stuff, like it was fairly well done.
Yes, absolutely.
Very like well thought out, I feel. So honestly, it's pretty high for me if we're talking logic.
How high are we talking?
I'm in the 90s, low 90s. Maybe like a solid 90.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Just because the whole paint can thing. I feel the fact that you would survive it. I mean, yeah, you would take a lot of damage. You'd probably lose some teeth. You get absolutely knocked unconscious, some fractures.
Like it said, you would get knocked the hell out.
Yeah. You just wouldn't die.
Yeah. So, like it said, you probably wouldn't be leaving the house with all of your teeth and your face intact.
Yeah.
But it seems like you would survive.
Yeah, you're walking away with your life, so at least there's that.
Yeah. So next up we got effects.
Going back to the paint can, we're just gonna keep going back to that scene.
Yeah. So this one isn't really set in logic, though.
That's true.
The overall effect was amazing.
Yes. And I feel that's this scene is the best way to judge the effects, because I feel this is the best effect of the movie, because I feel it is handled so well. Honestly, I really don't have a lot of complaints with the effects throughout. I feel that they are done very well. When Jeremy is getting hung because of the lawnmower, that looked absolutely realistic, and I feel that's a very hard scene to pull off for how much is going on. But I think they did a great job conveying that to be realistic. All of the effects in this movie were really, really good.
They were really solid. All of them seemed very practical. I think there were very few film tricks that they used.
Yes.
So I'm high 90s for this one. Maybe even 100 just because practical effects are amazing. So
I could honestly give it 100.
I say let's do it.
All right, hell yeah.
I think what sells it the most is the implication of what's going on.
Yes.
They didn't necessarily always show what was happening. Like, you didn't see Ricky get bashed in the face with a paint can.
No.
You see the paint can come, you hear the cling, and then you just see paint everywhere, and then blood.
Yep.
And then you see the hole through the cheek thing.
Yeah.
Which, actually, thinking about it, I might dock for that scene, because I think that was the only thing that looked a little fake.
Okay, how much would you dock it?
Not much. I'd probably go down to like 97 for it.
Okay. Sounds fair.
Because it still looked really good. It's just that was the most fake-looking effect.
Yeah. And if I feel that's the only fake-looking effect, that's saying something. Especially in a horror movie.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, but like you said, Jeremy getting hung, that looked really good. And I think it has a lot to do with Dacre Montgomery doing that.
Yeah. That guy doesn't get enough credit. He's a great actor. Great young actor.
He's an amazing actor. But yeah, they did really good. And then Ashley did really good, getting stabbed.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, the stabbing I feel like was a kind of was an easy effect.
Yeah, but still, it looked good.
Yeah. So 97, I think, is pretty fair.
I agree.
Next up, we got music.
I actually think the music was pretty solid. I know it was mostly Christmas music, but I loved it. Especially the song that's playing when Luke thinks that he knocked what is his name? Ricky completely out. It's Christmas will be just another lonely day. And I don't know why when he's just strutting his stuff, just walking away, the song just fits perfectly, and I love it. But I mean, it's nothing to write home about. But I feel the music was pretty solid.
I think it was too. I'm not quite in the 9 range. I'm leaning more towards a 7 or an 8.
I would give it a solid 8, in my opinion.
I can give you an 8.
Okay.
Like I said, it wouldn't be hard to be talked up. Like I said, I was leaning more towards a 7, but an 8 is good, especially for a Christmas movie.
Yeah.
So yeah, not bad at all. Next up we got costumes.
Overall, those were pretty good.
Yeah, I thought they weren't anything special. Nothing stood out.
But they made sense.
Yeah. So I'm more average, maybe a 6.
Okay, I can give you a 6.
Yeah. Were you thinking higher or?
No, now that I'm thinking about it, I mean, the only like thing that like really pops out for me is Patrick Warburton's ties at the beginning.
That's fair.
Yeah.
That's more than fair.
So no, I think a 6 is fair.
Okay. All right, then last up we got our own personal grade. So I will let you take this one.
Okay, so overall, this is a great horror movie in my opinion. The twist is amazing. It's one of the best twists that I've seen in a horror film in a very long time. I watch this movie every single year around Christmas time. I just love it. The acting is on point. The effects are super great. I can't say enough good about this movie. So I'd actually give it a solid 95.
Hell yeah. I'm actually 1 point higher than you.
Okay. Very nice. Very nice.
I am head over heels for this movie. It is so good. It is definitely one. Now that I know where I can find and like watch it, definitely going to be a yearly watch for me.
I still can't believe that my copy didn't come with a digital copy. That's weird.
I know, that's freaking lame.
Yeah. But whatever.
But so good. So freaking good. If you have not seen this movie, go and check it out. Do yourself a favor.
Yes.
And watch this. It's such a surprising good time.
It really.
Like
yes,
when we first turned it on, I thought, "Oh, this is just going to be like your typical everyday horror movie."
It is not.
But no, it became a psychological thriller that
for
that
real
rivals Silence of the Lambs.
For real
So,
though.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. But
did he mention that he loves it?
It's
and I love it.
So 96, which averages us out to a 95.5. And that concludes this week's breakdown. So our final Albro score for Better Watch Out is a B+.
Not bad.
Yeah. What killed it was the writing.
That's fair.
Yeah, and it's just some of it was poorly done.
Yeah.
So I mean,
I still feel B+ is pretty solid for everything combined.
Yeah, and it's a very, very strong B+. It is
good.
sitting at an 89.72%.
Ooh, yeah, damn, that really is solid.
Yeah, so that puts it 2 points higher than Halloween.
Okay. I should be mad about that, but I'm not.
Yeah, it puts it 3 points higher than Nightmare on Elm.
Okay.
2 points higher than Psycho.
Okay.
It puts it pretty much in line with Da 5 Bloods.
That's fair.
It's seriously 0.1% higher.
Oh, damn.
Or 0.1% lower than Da 5
okay.
Bloods.
Okay. Damn.
Yeah, sorry, I did my math wrong.
How dare you?
It is right in line with Ready or Not.
Yes.
It's actually it's 0.3% higher than Ready or Not.
Okay, but the fact that it's that close with that movie, that's perfect because I love both of them.
Absolutely. Let's see. It is 0.1% lower than The Avengers.
Okay.
0.4% high, or 0.4% lower than Black Panther.
Fair.
It is 3 points higher than Spider-Man Homecoming.
Okay.
0.4% higher than Knives Out. Then 1 point higher than The Invisible Man.
Not bad.
And 3 points higher than The Lovebirds.
Okay.
And then we have other B+ movies, but you'll have to check those out on our website because I'm not going to go through every single one of them.
Gotta
so
give you guys
I think
something
it
to look
has
forward to.
Yeah, I think it has a pretty good home.
I agree. I absolutely agree. And the fact that it's like neck and neck with Ready or Not, I love that. Perfect spot for it.
Yeah, absolutely a perfect spot. I know that we used to do this, but I think if we were to start using the genres again to kind of organize these a bit more,
Yeah.
I think the horror genre would fit in perfectly. Whereas that, so
I agree.
yeah. So that concludes this week's breakdown. If you guys liked what you heard, be sure to follow and subscribe to us wherever you listen to podcasts. We are everywhere that you can find podcasts. You can also catch all of our episodes on YouTube. You can also follow us on social media. Hit us up with episode ideas, answer our question of the week when I post those. Or if you want to join us on an episode, we'd love to have you on.
Yes, we would.
Yeah, we're on Facebook, facebook.com/The Albros, Twitter and Instagram @The Albros. You can also email us at thealbroschannel@gmail.com or go to our website, tinyurl.com/thealbros, where you can find links to everything that we do. Go listen to the podcast there, find links to our YouTube channel, or find links to our merch store, which is on TeePublic, or you can go to teepublic.com/user/thealbroschannel. And yeah. Links to all of this stuff will be in the description. So we appreciate every single one of you that listens.
Yes, we
do. Yeah. So next week, we will be breaking down Home Alone to kind of get ready for Christmas.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So that should be a really fun episode, and we're excited to get that out to you guys. But until then, this has been the Albros podcast. I'm Caleb.
And I'm still sorry. I'm Jonathan.
Good hell.
Sorry, I had to say it one last time.
And we'll catch you guys next week. Deuces.
So long. Did you miss that last week, Caleb?
Yes, I did.
Oh, how sweet.